course, people are going to attack each other. That's just the nature of human beings. So I want to play. Before I play, you got something to say, Boogie?
No, go ahead, play it.
Here's Anton Daniels. And here's him just going crazy on Amanda Seals and several more people. Amanda Seals is a comedian / lightweight activist, but she has a train of thought. So here's what Anton Daniels said about Amanda Seals.
Made up. He also said people got to be sacrificed in order to protect guns. If he was saying that while fighting for reparations, I may have a little bit of empathy. But this white on white violence, he died? Damn, B. Life comes at you fast.
Did y'all expect anything different from somebody like an Amanda Seals? Did y'all, like, not popping, got a little bit of visibility as a result of Jubilee, is continuing to espouse hate, trying to act like she's intelligent, but is basically spewing the same talking points as everybody else when it comes to her whole take on Charlie Kirk and empathy, and not even having a full context so that she can have a more informed conversation with the people that she's having a conversation with. Let's hear some more.
I can't have empathy for someone like Charlie Kirk because I cannot be in his shoes. I have no frame of reference for that. I have no cognizance for that. There literally is nothing about his existence that I can relate to. So I don't have any empathy because I have no connectivity. I have more connectivity to someone who is a complete stranger that dies of a drug overdose than I do to someone like Charlie Kirk, because life is hard. And I understand that.
A lot of these people, they don't even have, the right frame of reference. They don't even really have a real argument when it comes to their thoughts. And I've seen this happen with multiple people who have passed away over the years since I've been a content creator. And I don't want to name any names because it's not necessary. It's the same playbook every single time. When people on the left,
mind you, Charlie Kirk's playbook in terms of his overt criticism and hyper extraction of the most negative aspects of what it means to be black in this country.
When you get in your car, you just need to put your location in the trip planner. It recommends where you
aspects of what it means to be black in this country. And then taking those things and wording and framing and wording those things in such a way that plays to the concept that is already been beamed across the world by those who don't like black people, and it fuels the worldview that black people are lazy, incompetent, undereducated, and not fit to really even be human beings. The fact
like
that
men who established and got their shit together and well educated, they should be even more offended. So let's say Anton, we see who he is. Let's say he got qualifications in everything under the sun.
No. He does
flying the plane.
Hey,
he don't. I'm saying, listen. I'm saying, let's say he do. His egghead ass. He don't understand that when that white man talk, he under the microscope with us. So if he seen you coming in finna fly a plane, you don't get your fucking wings overnight, nigga. This ain't Soul Plane. You understand what I'm saying? So you'd have put in all them hours. When you walk through them doors, that's how that man looking at you, ready to insult you after you done put your 10,000 hours in. A successful man who even made it to that point. So he talking and think the sympathy role that he should have for him, nigga, he was talking about you too.
Yes, bingo.
He don't give a fuck because you successful.
Mm-hmm.
You think you not one of us, but in fact, you are, nigga.
Hey, listen, let me tag on to that point. He's talking about you too. He doesn't know you, and he walks on an airplane and he sees you. He sees you come out of the cockpit to go to the bathroom. Oh shit, black pilot. He doesn't know you. He's prejudging you solely based on the color of your skin. He's talking about you too, black man. What are you talking about? He didn't say that I know you, I know your history. Like in the words of Martin Luther King, who he also so eloquently shot down in the most vile, reprehensive manner. He's talking about.
I've never seen a black pilot sag his pants to where you look at him and feel like he not qualified to fly the fucking plane.
No, listen, his thought process about whether or not a black pilot, if he saw one, was qualified or not, it wasn't about knowing him because he doesn't know him. How many times have you flown on an airplane? I've flown on an airplane. I want to say, I mean, hundreds of times, high hundreds in my lifetime. And when I see a pilot, whether he's black or white, I ain't looking at color. I'm just praying to God, this motherfucker get us up and get us down. Right?
That's it.
I've seen pilots that look old, white, and raggedy with red faces like they just drunk a fifth of Cavassier or Jim Beam. And I was hoping this nigga wasn't drunk enough. I hope you ain't too drunk to get us where we need to be, right? Charlie Kirk's disposition and his wording about the qualifications of human beings based on his visual observation of them, that shit is strikingly racist. You can't get away from it. I don't give a fuck if some of the shit he's saying was right and exact. I mean, some of this shit is you point out the obvious. Are you telling us something we don't know? Black people know that black people are in trouble. Black people know that we have problems in the black community. Black people know that we are now our own biggest enemy, so to speak. Right? Black people know this. So you're not, when you point out all of the things that are wrong with black people, all the things that go wrong in the black community, how there's a lack of responsibility and accountability, you don't think we fucking know that? We know that. But when you, as a person who's not from our culture, when you spend a vast majority of your time talking about how unqualified we are, even though you don't know us, what conclusion can we form from that? Other than the conclusion that you are prejudging us based on the color of our skin, which is what the fuck you said. So a motherfucker like Anton Daniels, who's using his mighty platform, a brother who's from the city of Detroit, which is a chocolate city, we know racism. If don't nobody else know racism, motherfuckers in Detroit know racism. So let me just play some more of what this motherfucker's on.
That have liberal views, talking points, modern mentality against traditional ways, angry at the world, believes that the world owed them something, fumbled their own opportunities, but continue to blame the system for whatever it is that they're standing on, doesn't really have a leg to stand on, but continue to stand on that same leg. You're going to get the same rhetoric. It's going to be hate. It's going to be evil. And I've always took the stance of if somebody passed away, I don't really have anything to say about them, especially if I didn't really care for them. But we in a new age, and I don't think that it's left versus right. I think it's good versus evil. And
boom, I'm going to stop right there. So this gentleman says, I don't think that it's left versus right after he already prefixed what he was saying or led into what he was saying by saying conservative versus Democrat. You already said that it is the talking point from the Dems. And you already said that. So now it's not about conservative versus Democrat. It's about good versus evil. Hey, Anton Daniels, my good friend, you sound like a blabbering idiot. You sound like a a fool. You sound like a white apologist. You sound like a person who has been. You sound like an operative, brother. You sound like an undercover bro. An undercover brother with a VA, brother. How about you sound like? Good versus
and
evil?
he's standing on. But my thing is like the whole empathy thing. That shit out the window, and what we supposed to have for that man. Wow, we ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
Hold that thought.
It ain't got nothing to do with us.
Hold that thought. Speaking of empathy, so he's saying that we are short-sighted, not in touch with our human side. I'm paraphrasing here, but this is what he has to be saying. He's saying that we are short-sighted, that we lack empathy, we lack sympathy, we lack moral turpitude. Because we are supposed to acknowledge the human side of Charlie. Despite the rhetoric that he has spewed, despite all the negative, stereotypical shit or viewpoints that he has used his platform to spread all over the world. He's a YouTuber. He's a podcaster. He ain't just talking to motherfuckers in Utah. When he isolates and then expounds upon all the things wrong with black people. For every one thing you can name about black people, I can name 10 bad things about white people. Most of the murderous, devilish shit that black people do to ourselves and other people, where the fuck you think we learned that shit from? We've had the best teacher when it comes to engaging in wickedness in this country. The most wicked motherfucker that you can ever know in this country since the beginning of this country has been the motherfucker who raped children, killed people because of the color of their skin, put them in chattel slavery, and made it so that a dog or a horse had more value than a
black man.
You. So what in the fuck are you talking about? And how dare you try to use your platform to try to chastise or spank black people into understanding or to sympathizing with a motherfucker who said this?
I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up new age term that it does a lot of damage.
But we supposed to give him some empathy, huh?
Oh, let me say it again.
I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up new age term that it does a lot of damage.
So,
boy, I know Charlie looking up at us right now.
So, Anton Daniels, you are from Detroit. We've met before at the Pistons game a couple years ago.